Today we're going to try another strategy to add and subtract. And this strategy is called hundreds, tens, and ones, and it's a simple place value strategy. It's a little more abstract than using base 10 blocks, but it will work every time for addition and some of the time for subtraction. So let's get started with an addition equation. We're going to add 678 and 244. And we're going to add our hundreds together first, then we'll add our tens, then we'll add our ones. And finally, we'll put all of those values together to get our sum. So let's add our hundreds first. I see a 6 in the hundreds place in the number 678, and that 6 has a value of 600. And I'm going to add to it 200 because there's a 2 in the hundreds place of 244. And I know that 600 plus 200 is 800. Now let's add our tens. The 7 in the tens place in 678 has a value of 70. And the 4 in the tens place in 244 has a value of 40. Now I know that if I add 30 to 70, I'll get 100. And 40 is composed of 30 and another 10. So 70 plus 30 is 100, plus one more 10 is 110. And now let's add our ones. We have 8 in 678 plus 4 in 244 for a total of 12. And now what I have to do is add these values together, and that will give me my total. 800 plus one more 100 plus no hundreds in 12 gives me 900s. 0 plus 10 plus another 10 is 20, so I'll put a 2 in the tens place of my sum. And 0 plus 0 plus 2 is 2, so a 2 also goes in the ones place. And my sum is 922. Now let's try a subtraction equation. 957 minus 425. Now, subtraction will work with hundreds and tens and ones some of the time. So I have a little trick that I use to make sure it's going to work. First, I'm going to box the numbers that are in the hundreds place in both my minuend and my subtrahend. Then I'm going to circle the digits in the tens places. And I'm going to underline the digits in the ones places. And I'm going to ask myself some questions. If I have 900, can I subtract 400? Yes, I can. If I have 50, can I take away 20? Yes, I can. And if I have 7, can I subtract 5? I can. So it's safe to go on and use hundreds, tens, and ones. And I'll start by subtracting my hundreds. The 9 in the hundreds place of 957 has a value of 900, and I'm going to take away 400 because of the 4 in the hundreds place of 425. 900 minus 400 equals 500. And now I'll take away my tens. This 5 in 957 has a value of 50, and I'm going to take away 20 because of the 2 in the tens place in 425. 50 minus 20 equals 30. And finally, we'll take away our ones. 7 ones from 957 minus the 5 ones in 425. And 7 minus 5 has a difference of 2. Now, just like we did when we added with hundreds and tens and ones, we've got to put all of these differences together. And that's going to give us our answer to this subtraction equation. And this is easy to put together. 500 plus 30 plus 2 equals 532. And that's our difference. Let's try one more subtraction equation. 837 minus 155. I'm going to use my little trick again just to make sure that using hundreds, tens, and ones will work. Box the digits in the hundreds place. Circle those numbers in the tens place. And underline the ones. And here come my questions. If I have 800, can I take away 100? Yes, I can. If I have 30, can I take away 50? No, I can't. So I cannot use hundreds, tens, and ones with this equation. I'll just draw base 10 blocks instead. And remember, we only draw the minuend when we're subtracting. So I'm going to draw 837. The 8 in the hundreds place tells me that I'm going to need 8 flats. So I'm going to draw 4 and another 4 flats, and that gives me 800. The 3 in the tens place tells me I'll need 3 rods, 10, 20, 30, and the 7 in the ones place tells me that I'm going to have to draw 7 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I can take away the subtrahend, 155. I'm going to start by taking away those 5 units because of the 5 in the ones place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll circle what's left. Now I have to take away 5 tens, but I only have 3 rods. But this is not a problem. I can just regroup by zigzagging out one of those flats and drawing 10 more rods because 10 tens are equal to 100. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I've got plenty of rods and I can take away 50. Not 50 rods, but a total of 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I took away 5 tens. And I'm going to circle what's left. And now I have to take away my hundreds. I have to take away one of those flats. So I'll take that one away and circle what's left. And I'm going to write the values of what I have left over. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hundreds for a value of 600. I'm going to count my leftover rods by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 600 plus 80 plus 2 units. And that gives me a difference of 682. That's our answer, 682.
Look into my eyes and show me your